What's happening today in the silver market is actually alarming. Of the whole world's financial system, silver is almost like it's small, but it's almost like a cornerstone or a stone that's supporting the rest of the building. You pull that stone out, the rest of the building collapses. This is what silver's like. And the reason why is on its own, silver would not collapse the world's economy. But silver is attached to gold. This is why they've always said silver and gold or gold and silver. Because the two are attached together like Siamese twins. And so here's the thing. Silver is the weak spot. Gold, there's a tremendous amount of gold out there. Hoarded away. They've been hoarding it for thousands of years. They don't really use it for that much. They make a bit of jewelry out of it. They use a little bit in electronics. But overall, when they find gold, I should say, when they find gold, they basically hoard it. And they've been hoarding it. They've got thousands and thousands of tons hoarded of gold on the earth. Much more than silver. Silver could have as much as 8,000 ounces. 8 billion ounces or 9 billion ounces on Earth. But there's more gold. There's more gold out there than there is silver. And these silver supplies anyway, because silver is not just an industrial metal. A lot of people say, hey, silver is an industrial metal. This isn't altogether true. Silver is also a metal that's been used for money for thousands of years, and it's also an investment metal. People invest, they take their silver and they hoard it away and put it away. And this is why an awful lot of this silver that's in the world's inventories is silver that's been hoarded away by people who have scavenged onto it. How much silver, though, is really available out there that's available for sale is mostly coming from the miners. Why this is so critical, what's happening today, right now in the silver market with this precipitous drop in price, is the miners have a certain amount of money they need to get out. A real cheap mine, they might be able to get silver out of the ground for like $9. But the more expensive mines cost them about 13 or 14 bucks to get it out of the ground. Now, a median price probably about 11 bucks on average for mines. But that's not a real big profit margin when your spot price is only 14 bucks. Because they have to buy new equipment. They have to buy tractors and bulldozers, and they have to buy rock crushers and God knows what all. They have to buy these mines in order to keep up and running. Silver price drops down like this, production will slump. But it's not going to slump right now. It'll slump 6 months or a year from now. This is the way it always works. And so what's happening right now is absolutely crucial in the silver market. It's kind of like a guy who's got a car, and if he's rushing down the highway in a car, and he takes his foot off of the gas, he's not going to stop instantaneously. It's going to take him a while to stop. And that's the way with this silver. They pull the price away. They pull the undermoorings away. It's like taking the foot off the gas for these miners. They're going to all of a sudden wake up tomorrow morning. They're going to say, hey, you know what? It's not worth us going in there and mining any more silver. Now silver's a byproduct of an awful lot of other mines like copper mines and nickel mines and cadmium mines and all these other different types, tin mines and everything. It's a byproduct. But these guys, they're not going to, some of them might even keep their silver rather than sell it at a loss. Believe me, it's happened before. At any rate, the mining production will slump off in 6 months to a year from now. Now, being as most of the silver is supplied by mining production, where's industry going to be? I'm going to tell you, if you own a company like right now, like if you own a company that makes cellular phones or something like that, you better buy yourself a few blocks of silver ahead at these prices. Because we could quite literally go into a shortage, and how are you going to keep the production lines going if we go into a shortage? How are you going to make your phones then, if we go into quite literally a shortage? Because the people who have silver hoard it back, and believe me, there's tons of silver hoarded back as an investment in physical silver. In physical silver, there's a lot of people have it. They're not going to sell it to you during the shortage. They're going to see the prices. Only a fool would sell in on a shortage when you're seeing the prices going up daily, up and up and up and up and up. They're going to wait until it peaks. The shortage is going to continue until greed finally brings them to the table. But at what price will silver be when they finally come to the table? I ask you. So these low prices could lead to much higher prices. In other words, if silver had stayed stable in around 16, 17 bucks, there's a small profit margin for the miners. And we could have saw this thing go on for a long time. But if they keep driving this price down like a spike, they're going to break the silver market. They're going to bust it. You know, it's kind of like a guy's got a car, and he drives it at a sensible speed. He could make that car last forever. He could drive around the earth 50 times with that one car and not break it. But he lets his teenager take it out for one day, and what happens? Ring, ring! He hears the teenager in the driveway, revving it up to 7,000 RPMs. And he takes off squealing down the highway. The kid comes back later that day, and what does he inevitably say? Dad, I broke your car. Dad, I busted your car. Right? Well, that's the way with this silver market. This is like what they're doing this morning with this silver market is like the kid revving the engine up and everything else. You just know that they're going to break this market if they keep on fooling this way. Keep on driving these prices down. They're going to bust this market. They're going to bust it wide open because the miners are only going to say, because behind this paper market, behind this paper facade that they've got going, where they create all these paper short contracts, dump them in, and then buy them up later and make a profit, they're actually diluting the actual physical supply that's in existence. And that's why they keep it so secret, man. You can't get an actual, the physical supply that's available for sale is got to be one of the biggest secrets on earth, is how much they got left in that physical supply that's available for sale. Now, I can tell you, going back to about like 1985 or something, they had billions of ounces. I think they had something like 7 billion ounces or something back then. And then later, if you moved up a few years, they had like 4 billion ounces left, and then 3 billion ounces left, and the physical supply that's available for sale into the market. Now, there's a big difference. Do not get confused between the world supply of silver, above ground silver that's stored in inventories. Do not get that confused with the physical supply that's available for sale. They're two different things. And I've said that many times on my channel, that these are two different things. So you got a lot of guys out there that says, oh, I heard yesterday there's 10 billion ounces of silver in world inventories. There's piles of silver. We don't need silver. We'll never run out of silver. You hear these guys. They're out there. But they're running around spewing off information that doesn't connect with the real world. And why it doesn't connect in the real world. And they say, oh, there could never be a shortage because there's 10 billion ounces of physical silver out there. More than enough to last 20 years. And yes, part of that statement is true. But that silver's not available for sale, and it's not going to be used for industry to supply the industry or anything, because the people that have that silver, that's investment. They're not going to sell it at these prices. Do you think they're really going to sell? If they say they bought in and they've got a cost average of say $22, do you think they're going to sell at $14.44, which is what the price is right now? Not a snowball's chance in hell. They're going to wait. In fact, when they see the price start to shoot up to the moon, they're not gonna be sitting. They're still gonna be sitting on it. Greed will finally bring them to the table, and they'll end the shortage. And then there'll be all kinds of silver. The silver will come out of the walls. The silver will come out everywhere then. And then you'll see the price drop, like we saw Bitcoin. What happened to Bitcoin? Bitcoin shot to the moon, right? And then we seen that precipitous drop in price. It's going to look, the chart on silver, when this happens, the chart's going to look just like Bitcoin. It's going to be this massive climb up, and then a massive drop back down again when the silver comes out of people's inventories to supply demand. This is what's going to happen. And this could all happen very suddenly by them breaking this market. Just keep driving it down, boys. I can guarantee you, if you drive it down enough, you're going to break it. Bring it down to zero for the price of silver, and I'll back my dump truck up into the silver place, and I'll have to put all the silver in the back of my dump truck. 25 tons of silver, whatever. I'll take all that's left, put it on there. Free silver? Great. I mean, this is getting to be to the point of ridiculous. Honest. Look at the price of silver right now. It's the only thing out there in the whole world that the price is dropping like a stone on. Everything else you buy, toilet paper, gasoline, everything else is going up, endlessly up in price. And silver's dropping down lower and lower. In the end, we're going to be able to use it to pave our driveways with, because it'll be cheaper than asphalt. If the price of asphalt keeps going up, the price of cement keeps going up. 80 last year, maybe $80 a cubic yard, and this year it's $100 a cubic yard. Next year will be $150 a cubic yard, and the price of silver keeps dumbing down. We'll use silver to pave our roads here in America. See how this doesn't make any sense? That's because it doesn't make any sense. And this little bit of silver that's left in the real inventories that's available for sale, I just got this gut feeling that it is such a small amount. This is why they're keeping it secret. And now what are they doing? They're putting it on a fire sale today. This has got to be the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. A fire sale for one of the world's most precious commodities that's in the most short supply ever. This is incredible news. If they break the silver market, they break the entire system. Because if they break the silver market and we actually have a shortage in the 1,000 ounce bars, the silver price will start to shoot up drastically suddenly, and gold will follow. This is why they've been keeping it suppressed for all these years. I'm amazed at what's happening. I see this as a huge move in the ongoing financial crisis that is actually, it's starting. It's in its first initial stages. It's almost like when the pot is first starting to boil right now. It could happen. The whole thing could happen in a cascading effect and happen awfully quickly once the dominoes start to fall. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next show. Bye-bye.